This eggnog won't open. What the hell? It's been a bitch. Oh, hang on. No. So yeah, it's Bundaberg. But I checked the back and it's like 0, because I have to put a little bit in there. It's like 0.05% Bundaberg.
Yeah.
Eggnog whiskey. Because I bought it from Coles, it's not any alcohol in it.
I see. So today, welcome to the festive edition of the show.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, it's a Christmas time.
It is Christmas time, mate. And it's,
It is.
what, 4 days till Christmas?
Very festive. I'm feeling very festive this year.
Are you?
Yeah.
Really?
I am. And
Really?
I never do, but I am this year.
I know, I was about to say.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I almost put on a Santa hat for the show.
You're like, almost.
Almost.
You don't give me that festive.
No, not that much, mate.
I don't even have one anymore.
It's a special show. For the first time ever, we are in the same room.
Yes,
that is
the weirdest thing ever. We are in the same room together.
It is weird. Maybe it'll be weird if there's still like awkward, quiet moments, like when we're sort of talking over each other and then we both shut up on the.
I doubt it, and that's the worst part of doing it over the chat, because we won't get actually see.
I know.
It's the weirdest thing where like we have to stop. I actually really hate it, but still. Tell me where you want me to stop with this nog.
Cool. Yeah.
Because you've never tried nog before, have you?
So no, I've not. So we're having whiskey eggnog.
It even sounds a bit gross.
I don't know how much is a good amount. So you just
maybe try that.
Okay, I'll try that. All right.
And good thing is as well, it almost kind of mixes it. You know when you like kind of pour like a whiskey and Coke?
Yeah.
It kind of almost mixes it itself.
Very nice. Very nice.
If you want some more, if you want some less, let me know.
I'll do a taste test.
And if you actually do want more, you can have some more.
I can already smell how much whiskey I put in there. Jesus Christ.
If you want some more, you can feel free. I'll probably have a bit. I like it.
That is a weird experience.
Do you want some more eggnog? You're alright.
I think just a little
No
bit more
worries?
eggnog. A little bit more eggnog.
No worries. I'll get you some nog.
Because
And by the way, so obviously it's like, it is rum, so.
very nice.
Is that enough?
Should be good, yeah.
It's obviously,
Thank you.
it's obviously fake rummed eggnog. See, but Bundaberg rum. So it's like eggnog, whiskey with whiskey, so still.
That is an acquired taste.
You get the whiskey taste without the alcohol on real whiskey. So it is an acquired taste, isn't it? I like it. I get it every year. I always mix it with whiskey. I like it.
I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like I'm gonna like it the more I drink it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I've never tried the Bundaberg mix before, so
We'll see how we go.
that certainly is interesting. It's nice to be together. It is nice.
It is. It is lovely.
It's the
You know
first
what we
time
should
in
do?
a long time.
You know what we should do?
What?
Clap up.
We haven't clapped yet.
We can use a proper clapper.
We haven't clapped our
This is
cheeks yet.
The first time we're actually using this real clapper that is my own. I usually use ones from uni on set.
You don't even have to use my own hands this time.
No, we can use a real one.
Smash them.
Are we ready? Should I write on it?
Sure.
Grab a in that top drawer. There's some whiteboard. Actually, yeah, in that top drawer.
That is strong as fuck.
Some whiteboard markers in that top drawer.
This one?
I don't know if that one works in that drawer there.
In this top drawer?
Yeah, there we go. What a weird amount of chit chat before
How do
we
you even
talk
open
about Doctor
from
Who.
the side?
So
do you
somewhere
want red?
in there. Is there a black?
Is there a black?
But if there's any really works.
Oh, I'm just digging through. There's nothing in here you don't want me to see.
Black. No, it's alright.
If it was my room, you'd be finding all sorts.
Oh, spooky.
Oh, I can't. I've seen every colour but black.
It's alright. Just
red, blue,
go blue.
green.
We'll go blue.
Blue.
We'll go blue.
I actually found every colour but black. I know. I always write with black on me and Dan's clapper.
The 50%.
Ooh.
Wowie.
Together. For once, you know what? I might be a bit of a pussy as well and add a little bit more nog.
Wow. Doctor Who podcast.
Problem is like adding more nog. It's like are you adding worse because it's like actual whiskey in there as well. So
yeah, I don't know.
Oh, that's better.
This is like 4.0, I guess. Take one. Look, we don't need to fill out the rest. That's fine.
I'm about to cry when we see Resolution on the Spotify list.
I can't wait.
It's
gonna.
Was
totally
it 13.0?
Yeah.
It's gonna cry.
It's gonna look sick.
It's gonna cry.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, this is
Here
the 50% Doctor Who podcast. Roll A. Scene
Live.
4.0. Take one.
Action. 50% podcast.
Was that fun?
Aiden, did you go to film school? I can't tell.
I know. Look at that amazing editing.
It was fun. I loved it.
Oh, that's crazy. But we're festive, so we need to have the festive tune as well.
I love it. Yeah. So yeah, you did it for you did the Christmas theme for Runaway Bride as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
And probably Christmas Invasion. I don't remember.
Yeah, I did. So, but this is the first time it's a proper Christmas episode.
And we're together.
And we're together. Cheers.
Yeah, God
Whiskey,
bless.
Eggnog, cheers.
Whiskey,
Talking about
eggnog, cheers.
Doctor Who episode.
Hell yeah.
Banging.
Face is not the face of people every time I tell them is always so interesting.
So today, ladies and gentlemen, we continue our way through Doctor Who, the entire of the revival. Today, we're doing Voyage of the Damned, written by Russell T Davies and directed by James Strong. I was showing Connor, I have a full document of notes here.
It's very sexy. It's like
It is sexy.
It's red. It's red, festive red, Aiden.
It is. That's exactly what I thought.
It's festive red.
I could have gone with a blue one, but I picked a red one.
I appreciate that.
But I have 2 pages full of notes, so I just hope the fans appreciate how special this episode is.
I didn't write notes. I'm sorry, Aiden. I didn't know that you were going to bring
I brought a lot
this
to
to
the
the
table.
table.
Yeah,
I was like, Jesus, like
it's a lot.
I already look bad. That's all right. I'll just have to I'll have to think some stuff up.
So, Voyage of the Damned is an episode of the British science fiction television program Doctor
Doctor Who.
First broadcast on BBC One on the 25th of December 2007. It is the 3rd Doctor Who Christmas special since the show's revival in 2005. In the episode, the alien businessman Max Capricorn, George Costigan, seeks revenge on his company after it votes him out. He sets a starship replica of the RMS Titanic on a collision course with Earth to frame the board of directors for killing the humans on Earth.
Uh-oh.
Isn't that crazy?
It's pretty normal for a Doctor Who episode, but yeah.
That's true. You know it's not normal? Australia's own Kylie Minogue.
Don't you think that's like really bizarre?
It is bizarre. Looking back on
crazy.
it now.
It's so weird.
I can't believe she's in it.
It's such a literally. It's such a weird. I mean, she's good, but it's such a weird choice.
Yeah, I
Like
agree.
it really is. Like I mean, I always knew her as a singer. Yeah, I remember my mum being like, "It's a pretty big deal." I didn't think it was a big deal back in the day.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well,
it's strange, isn't it?
I guess it brought in a lot because it's the most viewed episode of the revival. I think.
Is it really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like
Shit.
13 point something mil.
Were you in the UK when you watched this?
No, not at all. Because I've. It's like you don't even listen to our podcast, Connor.
I
I moved
Yeah,
over.
but you might have
after-
gone back like I did.
Oh,
I went
true.
back.
No, it took me a while to go back. I moved over after season 1.
Right.
The only time I have been in the UK on Christmas since, and I was so hyped. I was like, yes, I'm going to be with family in the UK Christmas Day, can watch the Christmas special,
Yeah.
was when, in 2018, when they were like,
No.
New Year's, motherfucker. So for the first time ever, I got screwed over there.
So you watched it in Australia?
No, I was in New York at the time. So I had to... Oh, this episode.
What, Voyage of the Damned?
No, Voyage I watched in Australia, yeah. I have no memory really of watching this episode. I think I watched it on a computer though.
Right. I literally... We went back and somehow I missed it. And
Interesting.
my... You know how you said your nan used to record them?
Yeah.
My nan had recorded me the episode. So it was the first time I went back to see my nan in years. And obviously I was really... I hate to say this because I love my nan, but I was so excited to see her, but I was really excited to watch Doctor Who.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Really excited to sit... And it was so annoying because I had to sit down and like... My nan had like a small place like this, which is quite open.
Yeah, gotcha.
And like there was just a TV, which like pretty much like a microwave.
Yeah.
And I had to sit down and watch it with the whole family in the background talking. But I always remember,
painful.
bless her, the episode they put it on for me, and I always remember I have this vivid memory of thinking that it was an advert playing on the BBC before the episode had begun. It's a scene. They obviously have like kind of like forgotten about it because they started recording when it's a scene where it's a great scene where the meteors are coming in.
Yeah.
And like, I think it's purposeful, but like the editing's a bit like choppy. It's like it's many scenes at once. It's like
Yeah, they're like cutting between.
yeah, it's like the fastest, the best, and it was like the
Yeah,
all
that was
the,
very cool actually. I thought.
yeah, and
it's
all
really
like
good.
meteorites are coming in. And it cuts to the front deck and it cuts to the doctor
Yeah.
and like I thought it was like one of those like trailers that the BBC had done. Just a few clips. I would only see that David Tennant. And I thought, oh, that's the scene from the Christmas special.
Yeah,
It's about
gotcha.
to play now. But they obviously had just forgotten to record the first
Good
like
Lord.
15 odd minutes, and they're like, "Oh, just sorry, you watch it from here." And I was like, "Okay, I
You
did."
can
So I
catch
never, I never got to watch the beginning of it for months until I eventually bought the DVD in Australia and finally got to watch it from the beginning.
That's very cool.
Pretty funny.
Yeah. What's that segment called when you talk about your DVDs and you're watching? Connor's DVD bitch, I think.
It's very popular.
Connor's DVD bitch, everybody.
Aiden hates it and I love it. Everyone messages. Well, not everyone's a bit far to say that, but people have messaged me and said they actually really like it.
They love it. All right, Connor.
Yeah.
I'll let it slide.
Thanks, man.
Do you want to? You've been leading the charge lately with the review, and because you've been doing a great job at taking us through the episode.
We can switch next season, Aiden.
I don't know. I kind of like just jumping in on.
I felt really
you.
bad last week.
We got a good system going.
I felt really bad last week.
Don't break a good system.
Because you're like, well, Connor always jumps in first.
Well, you do.
You asked me.
You're a fucking
you
hog.
Asked me to.
You hog.
You always ask me.
Yeah, I know.
This guy.
It's part of the humor. It's us. We're like Zach and Donald on the Scrubs rewatch podcast.
Yeah,
we're just ripping them off completely.
I'm sure it's good. I've just never watched it.
It is great. The
Aiden and Con podcast.
That's right. Yeah, do you want to lead the charge? Get us in there?
Sure. To one of Doctor Who's most controversial episodes, Aiden.
Damn. You could say Voyage of the Damn.
How long were you thinking of that before I came out?
I was thinking about it when I was writing these notes 4 hours ago.
It's when can I add this?
Well, I was just going to be like, guys, today we're talking about Voyage of the Damn. But I forgot to, and I just thought of it then. And
that's good.
Yeah, look.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a good joke.
It actually is one of Doctor Who's most controversial episodes.
It is. Yeah. They got a bit of flack for it being quite dark.
To be fair, literally everyone but 3 people die, not including the Doctor.
It's very dark.
Everyone fucking dies.
Yeah. Get ready for behind the scenes because it was a whole lot darker.
Really?
Well. Oh yeah.
Ooh, I'm excited.
I'm fucking surprised that Russell's original draft was how it was.
Wow. Yeah, it does seem like Russell was going through a bit of a depressed period.
Little emo Russell phase.
Yeah. That does sound like him.
Yeah.
All right. So this is Voyage of the Damned.
Correct.
Rusty Davis.
That's
the first Christmas special where I was like, I'm not sure if I like this one. I don't hate it. I certainly didn't love it much when I was younger, and I think, I don't want to say something that way, but I think this is when I started to notice a bit of a change in Doctor Who. I'm not saying season 4 is bad, because I do really like it, but I do think you can sense a bit of a tonal change.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Do you get me?
I think every season...
different opinions are great, let me know.
Your opinion's wrong.
I quit.
I think, I don't know.
Our series final.
For me, series 1, we were talking a lot about it being super dark. And then I think... For me, the most jarring tonal shift is season 2, because that's when they were like, "Oh no, kids are watching. Let's make it all happy." And I think
that is true.
David's era is then each season for me gets darker. From 2's really lighthearted, then 3 gets a bit darker, and then 4 gets really dark, and the specials are depressing.
The specials are depressing, yeah.
Yeah, but I love them. I love a bit of depression.
I guess I just mean from I guess I was just getting a bit older, and
Gotcha.
I think this is when I started to, and I hate to say this because I love Russell, but I think this is when I was a bit Russell, you're still writing.
What a cocky guy.
Maybe he's running out of ideas. And I got that with with Steven as well, but I was a bit older, so I understood writing a bit more. But I got that with Russell. As for Chibnall, I've been saying that since day one. He never
I was waiting for that.
He never even got popular with me. But first of all, the start is so dumb. I hate the fucking Titanic crashing.
Oh yeah, that's very silly.
Stupid.
That's so silly. Oh wait, hold on.
Do you like Time Crash?
Time Crash, yeah.
Is it canon?
We both watched
I
Time
messaged
Crash.
Daniel sound like, is it? Well, I did watch it because I thought you'd bring it up.
Yeah, it's canon. In
Is
my
it?
book. Yeah, it is.
Never
All the
mentions-
minisodes are canon.
Never mentions it again.
Isn't it meant to be like the
Anyone?
Doctor? Don't they forget when they see each other or something? Isn't that a thing?
Um,
Or it's the young ones that do. It's like the oldest incarnation remembers it. I don't know. Some dumb law to get around plot
True.
is what it is.
Well, when Matt's like, I remember this, almost remember. Because from Day of the Doctor, because obviously David, who knows? Do we even try and
No.
talk about the fucking...
It's written by Moffat though, which I forgot.
It is, yeah.
But it's very, very fun.
Do you think David was doinking Pete's daughter by that point, or...
No, because didn't they meet on... I
was going to say,
I think they meet on Doctor's Daughter, yeah.
Yeah, I was telling Mum today, I was like, do you know that they were dating and stuff? And I was like, mate, I wonder if they met on set. They probably did.
David and Georgia. Yeah, I think pretty sure they met
That
on
would have been
set.
a bit awkward. 2 docs in the family.
Love that.
Very
What are the
interesting.
chances? But he must love it. David being the fanboy he is. Oh, speaking of which,
Yeah, it's
the
his
end of
doctor,
Time
isn't
Crash
it?
is the biggest fucking fanboy thing when he's like, "You were my
That's-
doctor,"
yeah,
and I'm like,
literally,
"What are you
so-
talking about? He's literally you fucking ego."
So yeah, I was thinking like, so that was obviously just like Stephen being like, all right, David, he is your doctor. Like,
I don't know if it's Steve. It might be Stephen and David. We're both like,
Well,
"Hey, we
imagine-
love him."
Yeah, but isn't it? It's weird. It's like maybe I don't know. Probably wouldn't work for us, but it's like marrying Matt Smith's daughter or something. I guess it wouldn't
Yeah.
work with us because he's like a bit too old now and we're quite old. But it's a bit weird if you think about it. But I kind of like it.
Yeah, it's like a fun little Who family, you know.
So it is canon apparently.
It is in
And I
my
love how
books.
Pete's like Pete Davidson's doctor's like, "Oh, doctor," and it's obviously ADR. It's like, well, obviously, but like, you know, it's like, "Oh, doctor, make sure you put your shields up."
Yeah.
They didn't show us that in at the end of Sound Drums.
They didn't. It just slides on in there. Oh well, yeah. Time crash happens. It's fun.
I just remember being very disappointed that I thought the TARDIS was broken when I was young. I was like, "Is that it? Is that the TARDIS gone?" Like, and he just.
Yeah.
It's like such a dumb cliffhanger because he instantly just goes, "Oh,"
Yeah.
and it's like
Even the music
reversed.
gets all silly. Like, yeah.
Like
Just,
Murray's like, "Okay, well, it's silly. It's
I'll
dumb."
just do a couple of beats here and it should be fine.
He's like, Russell's going at it again. I like though. I like the beginning. It's cool when he comes out. I like how he's wearing the blue suit at first and he changes. I love the Doctor's costumes always. So
Yeah,
I
they're good.
always like to keep note of like what he's wearing and it's cool to know as well. Like obviously it's not. It's cool to know that it's like instantly after he just left Martha
Yeah. Yeah.
and she kind of gets mentioned.
It's definitely no
briefly.
Rose goodbye. He's still
No,
like crushing over
literally.
Rose in this
It's
episode.
ridiculous.
Like,
He's like, "Oh, yeah," he doesn't even mention it. He's like, "I was kind of trying to sign. We're gonna do it. She's gone anyway.
yeah.
You're
it,
cute.
yeah.
Do you want to travel with me?" He's like,
You
"I
look
don't
like
give a fuck."
Rose. Want to come with me?
Literally, like with Martha, it was like, "You're not replacing her."
Yeah.
Astrid comes along. All right, you can come in. I got no issues with you.
I was trying to make sense of this episode in terms of David's arc, but I kind of can't.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because it's very like, you know, I was saying how season 3 was really good in terms of like the Doctor's overall acceptance of Gallifrey, and then the biggest challenge is at the end when he has to face the Master, survivor of Gallifrey.
Yeah, good point.
But then there's obviously this romantic arc as well.
Yeah.
Where, you know, the Doctor's just getting over, he's like kind of finally gotten over Rose, I think. So at the end of season 3, I think he has, and he's kind of embraced Martha as a companion. And then at that moment, Martha leaves.
Yeah.
And so I'm just trying to figure out what Ashilda does in terms... Ashilda? No, that's
Astrid.
Astrid.
Ashilda's Maisie.
Maisie Williams, yeah.
everyone's
What
favourite
Astrid
character.
does in terms of David's arc of her dying.
Only thing I can think of is the, like kind of what you just said, the fact that she does die is like the.
Just makes him sad for the rest of the episode, that's it.
I guess it's like the, you touch the Doctor, you get burnt
Yeah, I guess.
type arc.
Depends. If
What are we
they,
going
because I don't
for,
really
Russell?
remember, but if they address it in Partners in Crime, then I'll be a bit more like,
No, I think they do.
it'll be fine. But I don't think they do
I
either.
think they do. I don't
Yeah.
think she ever gets. I think she gets shown at that like Davros monologue, and it shows like anyone who died from like season 1 onwards. I think she does. She gets shown like for a second.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I guess
It's
it
pretty-
is just
pretty
adding to the
cheesy
people that
death.
have died for
What's
him.
it? Every death is like someone falling, and it's all in slow motion. Like
Yeah, literally, it happens
every
4
death-
times, the exact same.
Every death is like this director loves like slow mo falling
Literally.
shots. Like
Yeah, actually, Astrid's death is also very different in the... Well, not very different. Slightly different circumstances in the other draft.
yeah, it felt a bit.
Behind the scenes is going to be a
Rushed.
lot of fun, I think.
It did feel a bit rushed. Yeah, but no, I like the Doctor being like a stowaway, as he says, like not a penny, but he's still got on board. I like that. The whole Titanic idea. I think I said this in the last review. I don't know if you thought this, but I really thought it was the real Titanic.
Yeah, same.
I think everyone did, to be fair.
I think so.
Well, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, but then I was watching the trailers, and the trailers are all like, it's got like a shot of it in space, so I'm like, I guess...
I think that's
people knew
when,
about
as a kid, I was like, my heart kind of got ripped in two. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was really into the Titanic. I thought it was such a cool, like, part.
Movie.
Well, not a cool part, so everyone died, but I was
Yeah, I
like,
get ya.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, what do you think of the Heavenly Host, Aiden?
They're interesting, aren't they?
Information.
Information. They kind of, for me, go into what I think is wrong with the majority of this episode.
Okay.
And that is just, it's just quite generic. It's It's very
A bit of a disaster movie almost.
yeah, which I think it works. It does work. And sorry, hold on. I wrote a note here, and I'm basically saying it. So let me just get it. What did I say? Okay. Its great pacing, tone, and emotion hides its lack of originality, but it delivers because it delivers such a powerful final act. Like, it is really good. The last 20 minutes, in my opinion, is some top tier David, top tier Who.
I'm not trying to skip to behind the scenes, but isn't this one of the longest episodes?
Yes, I think it's the third longest or the fourth or something. I was reading.
What's the longest so far?
It's
an hour and 10.
Longest was,
if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, this was 71 minutes, and then Day of the Doc's 75, and I think End of Time 2 is 80 or something.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh god, can't wait for that one.
Yeah, what's that next? No, it's next Doctor, and then it's that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. It's probably because I watched it. I watched it a few months ago, maybe halfway through this year. So I wasn't too keen on watching it. I feel like if I hadn't done that, I would have enjoyed it a lot more.
See, I was really keen because I remember it was one of those episodes where last time I watched it, which again was for the first time in a while, but even then, that was 3 or 4 years ago. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But then I put it on this time, and the first 40 minutes, I was like, okay, this is cool, but what else is it got to bring to the table? You know?
Yeah, right.
And it was only in that final act where I was sort of finally going fuck yeah, this is good.
Yeah.
It took a while to get there.
It's probably one of the darker ones today. Everyone literally died. I mean, I remember when I was in the UK, it kind of annoyed me because everywhere I would go, I would again, I was a Doctor Who kid, so everyone would talk to me about it, and I heard especially parents, which is a bit dumb, but especially parents would be like, "Oh, but have you heard about the controversy surrounding it?
The hot goss."
I just heard them talking to my parents about it, I like Christmas pies and stuff. I heard a lot of people talk New Year's pies and stuff. They were saying stuff well, people were saying in the latest one that everyone dies, and it was my parents never stopped me from watching it. But I think the controversy was that it was primarily a children's show, and it's a boat full of thousands of people and four people,
and what it's based off
of
as well, the context of it being the Titanic.
Yeah. I don't know. I wasn't really too fussed with the episode anyway. I didn't really look at it in that kind of sense.
Yeah.
But the characters are fun though. I think they're fun characters.
I think they
it's a good cast. It's fun characters.
But it also then ties into the same thing that I was saying. I do feel a lot of them are kind of stereotypical. The two, the ones that got the tickets, and she ends up. Is it Fu?
Yeah.
Foon bought the tickets or something.
Foon Marlin or something.
They're kind of generic, I feel, and I think the guy who's the rich guy, I think he's so it works and it's cool, but he's so just the rich guy, you know.
It is funny. I like how his suit's a genuine Earth antique.
Yeah, I know.
It's a good line.
That was dumb.
It's Yeah.
Anyway, you're meant to work our way through the show, through the episode.
I know, but now we're in person. I feel bad talking so much.
No, don't.
All right.
Continue, and I just jump in.
That's all right.
Whenever.
So yeah, the introduction to Astrid obviously is when he I forget his name now. It's S something. She bumps into him, and the drink smashes, and Doctor's I'll help you. It's there's so many lines in the episode that kind of to me are quite cheesy.
Yeah.
There's a scene where Astrid and the Doctor are looking out the window, and she's like, "Oh, I worked on here and here," which was kind of cool. And there's this scene, I've always never liked it. It's really cheesy. I don't know, it's kind of the way it's shot, but and the script is it just annoyed me. It was I used to look up at the stars and it doesn't matter. And the Doctor's you dreamt of another sky.
Yeah.
It's another universe. And I was it's just so cheesy.
It is.
It's so dumb.
There is a lot of cheesy dialogue in this episode.
Yeah, it's the fucking the cheesy dialogue. I love this. I love one of my favorite 10th Doctor moments. And I think I Snapchatted it.
Yeah.
Is the I think it's so funny. It's such a good scene.
So David as well.
I love it, Aiden.
I love it.
It's so.
It is good.
I like how the Doctor is that kind of the person who does stand up to bullies, and it's
yeah.
I think it's pretty. it's pretty interesting how they kind of convince a bunch of rich people came up to me and try to convince me that it's a fancy dress party on a first class cruise, I wouldn't believe them. But maybe they're just not the sharpest tools in the shed, but they still believe them, and the doctor feels bad for them and uses Sonic to
yeet them with some.
I mean, I also remember thinking I don't remember the Sonic being ever really used for comedic effect.
Yeah, so that's nice that they do.
I guess the whole compensating for dicks in Day of the Doctor is quite an interesting one.
And the other one that I can think of is in Crimson Horror, when Jenny strips her clothes off and he's like, and he like waves it around like it's a penis.
Mark, what are you doing?
That's fucking Mark.
Literally.
That's so Mark.
It's just a compensating joke. Jesus Christ.
Anyways, we also have the great song, I found myself
on Christmas Day. That's the one. And Murray's in it. Did you notice Murray?
Murray and Ben Foster.
And Ben Foster.
They're both there, mate.
I didn't notice Ben. I'm sorry.
And that singer is actually the singer of the song as well. It's not just like a stand-in. So they're all there.
I love it. I think it's great. God's sake, it's his only cameo. I only found out like a couple of weeks ago he's even in it. I never knew the whole time.
Yeah,
he's got like a moustache and that's it, because he's never really had hair.
Yeah,
he's just got a moustache. I love it.
Yeah,
and he's playing guitar.
It's a very cool cameo.
I was thinking, so is Murray dead in Doctor Who canon? Is he just dead? I guess he is.
I get
no
film. Sagan Akinola takes over in season 4.
Sagan's probably still alive. What's Sagan's cameo?
Where is Sagan's cameo?
It's like when they gave Adam Lambert a cameo in Bohemian Rhapsody. You know, every composer needs one.
Forgot about that actually. Yeah, he's like the truck driver or something, isn't he?
Some shit. Yeah. I never noticed him, but yeah, I love stuff like that. I think it's really cool when like
it is cute.
There's little cameos that you pick up on here and there. I never picked up on it.
Yeah,
I found out through some. I can't remember how I found out, but yeah.
What happens next?
Do you like the cheesy when they're the hosts that Max?
Yeah.
Max. I like how the Doctor's moving with it. He's like, and it gets put down, and it's like, this is the 10th one in an hour. It's like, oh, just throw him overboard, and and you're just like, the fucking host just like turns its head. It's so fucking cheesy. It goes.
That's funny.
I do like how it's kind of interesting that the captain of the ship is like dying of cancer and he got paid out by
that
Max.
Was cool.
Interesting.
Shame.
Again, quite dark.
The actor just passed away a few weeks ago, actually.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Captain. Yeah, big shame. A few sad things about this episode, actually, which we'll get onto in behind the scenes.
Shit. Well, Alonso's in it, who shows up again.
Alonso. I love that. How long do you reckon Russell was waiting to like add someone called Alonso? Because in Doomsday, he's like...
Doomsday wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, I know. It was like a year and a bit ago. Like, if he really wanted to, he could have done it in season 3. But he's a great actor as well. Years and years. You haven't watched, have you?
No, I really
No, it is really good. I don't
know how to watch it, though.
It was on SBS last time. That's where I watched it.
Okay.
And it is... incredible, and I've not watched too much of Russell's other stuff. I want to.
Well, his new show's coming out.
Yeah, I watched his new one because it's on Stan.
It's a Sin, I think it's called.
Yeah,
looking forward to seeing that.
Something
it's
like
coming
that.
out in January, so very much looking forward to watching that.
But to me, from what I've seen of the other shows, this one feels very like Doctor Who-ish.
Cool.
You know? And I think
you'll really
didn't you say
it's like a standard series and that's it?
It's just, I think it's 6 episodes from memory, and they're just... Everyone is great, and it's got the warmth and the love that you love out of Russell's era, but it's got the fucking tragedy as well.
Right.
And there's, I think it's the end of episode 4 is like,
I would love to watch it.
I was fucking gutted at the end of episode 4. Yeah.
Literally, my mum was watching another one of Russell's things on Netflix, and
yeah, you were saying
yeah, it really. I was so surprised with her because she was like, I watched one of Russell T. She kind of said it, which like Russell T. Davies or something like that. I'm like, what, you mean the Doctor Who Russell? I was like, yeah, it's like his show on Netflix. I'm like, bollocks.
Yeah. And
it was on there, so yeah, I would love to watch Russell. I mean, obviously, did you ever watch Dracula?
I did, yeah, but that's Moff.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, you know, did you like that?
I thought the first 2 episodes were good. Like most people, I think the first 2 episodes were really good, and then the last one was just fucking terrible.
Bit weird, yeah. I expected it was trying to be different, but I didn't like it either.
The last one just felt, it was so them, like, let's make it the 21st century.
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
It was so bad.
It was a cool twist, but I was like, actually, I don't like this.
No, I knew exactly where it was going as well.
Really?
Yeah, I could tell.
I didn't.
The moment that, I think, does it sink or something? The moment
he gets put in a coffin and it sinks.
The moment I saw he was walking to the land, I was like, I bet when he comes out of the water, it's going to be 21st century. And I saw these cars pull up and I was like, fuck's sake.
Yeah,
There was a few twists
I
in that
didn't catch
episode
that.
I picked out. But that second episode was actually really fucking good, wasn't it?
Yeah, Sasha's in it.
Yeah, he was, wasn't he? Sash Dewan. What a great bloke.
Just right after he'd been in Skyfall, which was cool. No, I would love to watch it. I do really like. Again, it is quite dark. Like the whole they paid him out for his family because he's dying of cancer. The line I really love was that he says, "They promised me old boys who had been working for a while, not young seamen."
Yeah.
Not really sea, but
Spacemen.
Yeah, I love that
Spaceman.
line. I think it's like the emotion behind it just before doing an awful act where hundreds, if not thousands of people will die.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right though. That scene, like I said, the one that I started the episode with back in, 2007 this came out, with the shields are down scene.
Yeah,
I
the
love
editing's
that.
really good. And they're all running around frantically. And
Yeah, literally.
everyone's like, listen to him. Have you checked the shields?
I love how they're like, he's just had too much to drink.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine Dr. Drunk, but yeah, it was. I like how people just assume he's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
And then everything blows up.
Yeah, and the camera does a 360, and everyone's like, "What?"
Classic.
We haven't mentioned Banakana Fanalata yet.
Balacafalata.
Will's cameo.
Oh yeah, Will's cameo is before then, isn't it? What a great bloke.
Do you like how they go around Earth? I think it's cool.
I think it's really good. It's I always thought it was in the middle of the episode. I don't know why. And then I watched it and I was like, whoa, we're going now? And I checked and it was 12 minutes in.
Yeah,
and I was like, fuck me. And it makes sense. Why would it happen in the middle of the episode? Everything goes to shit 20 minutes in.
I reckon it's bollocks. There's not a single person there though.
Okay, I'll give you a slight behind the scenes thing here.
Okay. Was there another COVID-19?
No.
COVID-07.
It was because of Kylie Minogue's cameo. Full role.
They didn't want anyone to find out.
No, everyone knew, but to protect her, they closed off the full street, which was the first time they've ever done that in the revived Doctor Who.
It's gonna have extras.
I don't know why they didn't have extras. They should have had extras. I guess
it's just a bit. It took me out of the episode. I'm like, that's just unbelievable that not a single person would be running a shot. It's just Wilf going, God bless her.
But he's great. And I love that it was just a cameo. It was only when they were doing season 4, which I'll go on to that gossip a bit more.
They do mention it.
I don't know whether or not to save that in Partners of Crime. No, we'll go through it today. I've got notes on it.
They mention it in Sontaran Stratagem.
Yeah, how he saw him.
He's like, hang on a minute. We've met.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. I like how he's selling. Why is he out there if no one's there though? That's what I never got.
For a Majesty.
He's selling papers though.
He is.
To Buckingham Palace.
That's right.
There's no one out there.
Never know when the Queen wants the
home
papers.
with Donna. Is Donna gone too?
Donna doesn't exist yet in this episode.
I know, but they're related.
She wasn't written yet,
they're
so
related.
don't worry. Don't question it.
Do you reckon bollocks, because there was a coming soon trial at the end of it. They'd already filmed season 4, part of it at least.
Yeah, but obviously they filmed Voyage. I'll wait for behind the scenes, Connor.
This is going to be the fattest night I've ever seen.
I've got some fat facts, and I watched a couple of special features for Partners in Crime, and I got a bit ahead in a few things, so I'll dive into that.
Aiden's much more experienced.
It all ties into this. Folks. Mate, we promised us festive spectacular, and that's what I'm here for. Christmas sting. Played the Christmas sting.
Christmas is cancelled.
Fuck. You just cut off the sting.
Sorry.
You dick.
Start it from now.
Whoa, it's back. Is that what you're doing? It's back.
Don
Christmas. It's a Christmas episode of the show.
Christmas isn't
Christmas, Doctor Who. Christmas time, it's Doctor Who. I don't know what's going on.
Even though this episode will probably come out in the 25th of December for you.
24th.
Nah, but in the UK it'll be 25th, surely.
No, they're 8 hours behind you, idiot. It'll be
23rd of December for you.
Banging.
Fucking fuck that up. Great.
So everything blows up, and there's that shot that's like a hell static shot with a wave of explosion. That's kind of fun.
That's
so weird.
And that's when Murray dies, by the way.
Yeah, sorry.
The great composer.
Good shit. That was just him playing pure fire.
Yeah, he was killing it, and then he actually gets killed. Do you think? He's actually singing along to his words, and he wrote it.
Yeah,
I love
what a
it.
bloke. There's the man dies when he opens the airlock.
Well, now he's a dead idiot. Aiden.
That's fucking right.
Stuart just died.
Oh.
Well, now he's a dead idiot. I love how he's like, we've had a small disturbance. I was like, small?
Honestly, it's so
The whole
dumb.
fucking ship just did a 360 like 10 times. He's like, alright, a small disturbance.
A minor issue.
Oh,
I'll assess the damage.
there's literally a dead guy on the floor, and he's like, small. I know someone just lost their life. It's just, the doctor checks his pulse, and he's just like, nah, he's fucking dead.
He's fucked, mate.
And this guy's like, alright, it's been a small. So what you gotta tell me? What do you think about Banacanafanata?
I do love Banacafala Burger.
Banacanafanata.
Balacafalata.
Can I just call you Banner? No. Isn't he the guy who played R2D2?
I don't think so, is he?
Oh.
Mate, can I do a fact check?
Is that bad
Will
of
you-
you to say that?
Will you allow it? Why? Because he's small?
Hmm?
Because he's small?
Yeah.
What's he called? The guy who plays R2? He's like
Kenny something.
Kenny Baker.
Kenny Baker. I
have a look.
thought he was. I might be completely wrong here. There he is! It's terrifying. It really is terrifying.
No, it's Jimmy V.
I apologise everyone. I'm sorry.
V. You got everyone excited for a Star Wars cameo. This isn't a fucking holiday special.
I'm
Connor.
sorry. As a kid, I must have just seen someone like that and thought, that's really bad of me. I shouldn't have
This
said
is pretty short.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
That's
everyone.
very mean of you, Connor. Where's your festive spirit?
I'm sorry.
It's about inclusion. It's about peace. What does the doctor say? It's about happiness and family. How
What
funny?
am I kidding? All my Christmases are like this.
How funny is fucking old mates? Like any day now they'll start boxing. All
Brilliant.
those lines are
And
hilarious.
they eat turkey.
Yeah, they eat turkey. Yeah.
And they worship the great Lord Santa with fearsome claws. And it always has his wife Mary because
Yeah.
of Mary from the Bible.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That's so funny. Oh man.
Well, at the end he's like, because I lied about my PhD, he's going to have like 10 years in prison.
Yeah.
And the doctor's like, nah, I'm taking you to Earth.
Get out of there, bastard.
Ah!
Oh, that's all I can think about. So
I
this
tried
was
to
me.
find it yesterday.
I think it's. Don't we have it on Twitter?
No, that's what I looked. That's
No,
what
I
I
swear
looked.
we do, mate.
I sent it. I swear you sent it to me, or I sent. No, I think it's like, you know when you weirdly tag. You don't tag me on Twitter. You send it to me through Facebook. You use that weird thing sometimes because I think you try and send it to the boys or something.
Maybe.
The boys not referring to me and Dan, folks. He like sends. You just copy and paste the tweet and you send it in like Facebook. So I thought that too. I thought you sent it to me on Messenger on like the message on Twitter. I looked yesterday, couldn't find it. All I could find was all these Graham memes. The "You're doing it,
You're
mate."
doing it, mate.
Yeah, that's all I could find. All these "You're doing it, mate" memes, and I found
There's
there's one with there was the one with Stephen Fry when he did that hell weird when they revealed he was in the episode, and it was that hell weird like reveal that he's just smiling hell creepily in it.
yes,
and and you sent me a video where it's under Lumix base where all the Cybermen in the dark when they're all on the ground and they shine a light on the Cybermen. It goes dun.
Yeah.
It's Stephen Fry. You sent me that from it. That's all I found. I
that's
found
funny.
those two, and that was it.
Where is this fucking thing? Oh, it was great. There's like we're talking about like a Doctor Who poop, I think is the YouTuber / Twitter
That
icon.
that might have been him actually. Yeah.
And he just made this hilarious meme out of the ending. And it was just so funny. It was just literally fucking hilarious, man. Like, oh my god.
I mean, that serves Aiden right, folks, for not tagging me in it. He just sent it. He always just sends it to me. Sometimes he just sends
No,
it
but
to me.
I always see it in my Twitter DMs because I never DM on Twitter. And I
neither do
remember
I.
it always being there, but it's just not there.
Whenever you DM me on Twitter, I'm like, why don't you just tag me? Oh, sometimes you just...
I never DM on Twitter.
You did twice.
I don't know. Look,
That was it was a while ago. Like, that Stephen Fry thing was just less than a year ago and it was revealed. So, you've done it in the last year. Once. But you
fucking
still
hell.
done it.
Yeah, I suck. What can I say? Is that what you want to hear?
No.
That's right. Bitch. Alright, I give up, but that's a hilarious meme. I want it. I want to find it. It's so funny.
So is Banacana Fanaletta.
Fanny.
Fanny
Letter. Oh,
He died,
that's such a
Aiden. Have some
gross word.
respect.
He did die. That is big sad.
Everyone dies.
But yeah, that character's ending is nice, isn't it?
What,
No.
Banner kind of fan letter?
Well, him too, sure. He blows up.
He saves the one, Aiden.
He does. He does save the day, doesn't he? What a good bloke.
He's almost like a bit of a suicide bomber in a way, because he like...
We can't go there. We can't.
But he is.
Sure.
He is, though. He,
Sure.
like, blows himself up pretty much.
He does.
In, like, a sonic wave. I do like how I mentioned it's very Star Wars, how they said that androids have got rights now.
Yeah, androids have rights now. And that was another, like, little thing they kept... Oh, no, no, don't worry. I'm really dumb. That's exactly what I was talking about. The android rights thing.
Yeah, because, like, in...
yeah.
It's like when they try and go in the canteen in A New Hope, and it's like, no droids. Droids always get a bad rep. So I think that's what Banner kind of Fanalata was kind of referring to.
Bada Cavalata.
We never do find out what happened to him.
What's next in the story of the show? I'm
Well-
still looking for this meme, by the way.
Well, they find a host, and they don't know that it's Pat, and it starts to strangle old mate, and it's like, they try and fix him. It's like, oh, we work with androids on our planet, and they're like, okay, cool, you can fix this this host. And it starts to strangle them, and then they crush it with a thing, and they crawl through. And
Oh yeah,
there's
that's a fun scene when they're crawling through the thing, and
a lot of fat jokes.
there is, isn't it? That's a bit mean.
And Astrid said she's going to get engaged to Banakana Fanata.
That was very cute.
Not sure how that sex life would work, but
Yeah, it'll be a fun one. That's for sure.
surely she didn't mean that. Surely she just said that to make him feel okay. It's like better than saying no. Do you know what I mean?
We'll never know.
Like, you know, I've had that a few times. So people just say yes, and you go to plan and like actually no, which is quite hurtful.
Poor Connor.
But I feel like that's going to happen with him. Too bad he died.
Yeah, I feel. Yeah,
Well, she's even like, you didn't even get to buy him that drink. I'm like, would you even done that?
I feel like she would have, because she was a lovely lady.
She was in love with the doctor.
Yeah, but she was also like just a nice bloke, you know. Like
The doctor said you should see me in the mornings, and she says okay,
that was a bit funny, wasn't it?
referring to the fact that they would have slept with each other, ladies and folks,
Ladies and folks.
ladies and gentlemen,
Fuck. Oh, I cannot find this meme.
in order to be in the same bed with someone. Well, not always, but in order to be in the same bed with someone, it normally means that you are in romantic situations together.
Some form of romance, you could say.
You know what? I always prefer the doctor to be an asexual character.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I've never liked him
I give
being
up looking for that
married and
meme, unfortunately.
Well, did you hear all these rumors about Jodie and Yaz?
Yeah.
That can't be right.
No,
Sure.
I don't think they would make a TARDIS couple that is like together. Like, you know, like I think they'll play with it, but I don't think that'd actually be like Rose and the Doc were never an item. You know, they were just sort of.
See, that sucks. The
flirty.
whole mother thing sucks. I never liked the River stuff. I don't like
Yeah.
him being married. I just think he should just be. I don't know. Is that very old fashioned of me to say that?
No, because I agree. Just because I think it gets in the way of things a bit, you know.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like,
I don't mind it
I'm
with
just old fashioned.
someone like River that comes and goes. I think that works. But as for like a companion to sort of be involved in that, it's not for me. It's a no from me. You know.
Well, it's highly rumored. But
Yeah,
that could literally mean nothing.
but it
that's
means
that's
nothing.
a bunch of like fans on Twitter
Yeah,
making fan art.
that's
of,
what I think. I'll be okay with it.
There's some. Have you seen some weird? There's some weird stuff about it. Have you seen all like the stuff that sort of occasionally gets posted? The TARDIS posting.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's some weird stuff.
But there is a few lines that hint at it, and I think if they do it well, it's fine. But
Is there a few lines?
there is one line that jumps out to me in my favorite episode of Chib's Era, The Haunting of Villa Diodati. Love that episode. I think it's really brilliant.
Yeah.
And there's one line where Yaz is talking to someone. I love Yaz. I don't know why I love Yaz so much. I just really do.
I don't either.
And
I don't think anyone gets that.
she just says like, yeah, there is someone or something, but they don't even know that I. No, like they don't
I
even
always thought
notice.
you were talking
or
about
something.
Ryan.
Nah, I don't think it's Ryan. Nah, it's not Ryan. Fuck that.
Why not?
I don't know. I just don't think it is.
Maybe Ryan and her were kissing in the last episode, and then I can prove you wrong.
Maybe that'd be
Damn.
hilarious.
Maybe she kisses Graham. Now that
I'm
he's
all about
single.
that.
Now that he's single.
What happens next, Connor? Act like I've never watched this episode. What happens next?
Banakana Fanalata.
Oh, we got that bridge sequence.
Blows himself up, yep.
Yeah.
Oh, obviously, old mate dies. It's quite sad.
It is. He's very quick, isn't it?
It's not
He just
funny,
falls.
but
Yeah, I chuckled.
It's not funny.
I literally I was watching and then I just went to grab my phone, rolled over, looked back, and I just saw him exit frame, and I was like, oh.
It's not funny because
See,
it actually
mate.
is. I actually liked his character and I thought he was a nice character, and it's not funny.
It is a bit. Though.
It's a shame that
Just how quick it happens is what's funny.
it's just it was Russell trying to comment on weight because there's so many fat jokes in it. The whole reason he died was because he's
Because the metal bent.
it's a lot to make metal bend.
It does. It is a bit silly. It's a bit silly.
It is. It's
Anyways, then we
pretty
have
sad though.
I think a really cool, well shot sequence. Unless when it gets really wide and the CGI is really bad for the green screen, it's a bit shit. But when they do the close-ups and they're crossing the bridge and the camera's sort of dollying across, and there's heaps of stuff in the foreground and the background, and they are on a location in those bits, that I think looks dope. And I think that was really well shot and a really fun part of the episode. But as to why the bridge looks the way it looks, I don't know.
Yeah, me either.
Why is it not just a normal bridge?
I don't know. Also, do you like the host throwing CGI
It's a little bit silly.
halos?
I have a goof about that later as well.
and then you get cut and they're like, ah, and it never shows again.
Yeah.
Dude, I love Ash's. I can't. I just can't. It's like,
can't.
get up, come on.
Get up, champ.
And then Foon, once again, suicides
Yeah,
herself
that's sweet.
to save everyone, I guess. I
The
don't
ones
know.
that are left.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, there's one. Yeah, it's like, yeah, well, tell it to him over there. And he comes back up, the host, and
Yeah,
it's like,
that was cool.
all right.
And then there's,
you're coming with me.
And then once again we have the falling shot. Ah!
What is it with this episode and the fallen shots?
And then Balacavallada goes boom, boom, boom. And you say ayo, ayo. And he just goes boom.
Are you laughing at the death of an android, Aiden?
I am. Because androids don't have rights.
Oh my gosh.
Androids.
I reckon that will
no.
actually be an issue one day.
Maybe. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Oh, we'll be dead.
Hopefully. Hopefully soon.
Yeah, hopefully, hey.
Yeah, so yeah, that's kind of sad when he dies, but then they get the weapon, and there's heaps of shots of of Peth, Astrid Peth, and the boys.
Astrid
just,
Peth.
blowing
She's the
shit
last
up.
name, is she?
Yeah, did you not know that? Because every time they say Peth, I'm like, Perth. Surely she's from Perth.
Did you notice a lot of oh my vots?
Oh, you what?
Instead of saying oh my god, they always go oh my vot.
Oh no, I didn't pick up on that. Is that
Did you notice that?
Is that like a Merlin's beard kind of thing?
I believe it's just their god.
Ah, interesting.
They go, oh my vot. There was 6 of them in the thing. I only noticed it recently last time I watched it. They go, oh my vot. I just assume it was like Russell being like, this was the god of Titanic.
Interesting. Anyways, then
Did you like the kiss?
No.
Yeah, me either.
It was a bit meh.
Was it necessary?
No.
Do you think David liked it?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
And then I don't know, more shit blows up, doesn't it? Oh, we missed the iconic Doctor speech as well. I'm the Doctor. I'm 900 years old. I'm from the planet Gallifrey, the constellation of Cerberus. I'm the man that's going to save your lives and the lives of all 6 billion people on the planet below. You got a problem with that?
No.
Get a fucking wriggle on.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
That's exactly how it goes.
Sparks.
They're very cool.
That is a great shot.
That is iconic. Like, really well done.
Is it on the nose and cheesy? Yes.
No, I kind of fuck with it. I think it's badass.
Oh, come on. You don't think it's cheesy?
And then the Doctor...
Okay.
And then they move on. And they find Max, don't they? That's like next or something, I think.
Max. Well, the kiss, Aiden.
I don't remember when that happens.
Do you like the kiss?
It was alright. We spoke about it. I said it's okay. That's it. Probably shouldn't have happened.
My next question is,
Yeah.
Aiden. Most important question of the episode. What do you think about the chef scene?
My name's Chef.
No. Well, kinda. The chef scene where it's like, there's 6 of us, just about. Oh, that's great. Oh, we got a host. No, don't let it in.
Oh, yeah.
Ah!
And then it
all the dots.
and it cuts out for some reason.
Literally.
For some reason, their audio cuts out, and it's like, all right. I guess they had time to stop the audio recording.
Do you like the doctor getting asked questions, and he asked they get 3 questions, and he's like,
That was funny. Kind of dumb, but it was funny.
isn't this whole episode kind of dumb?
Yeah. I like how they're like, the first time he does that, and he's like just spitballing. He's like 666, 42, 7, 8, 9, 3. 1, and then and then that's I think that's great. Man, you're straight into another one. I'm enjoying the whiskey eggnog, but I'm not
Don't feel like you have to finish it.
No. I think I will, but like
Don't feel like that because I know it's an acquired taste.
It's a slow burn. You know
I feel really bad for you. Don't feel like you have to finish it.
No, it's all right. I'm having fun
because I know it's
loving
not
every minute,
everyone's.
every sip, every drip.
Surely you're not.
I'll have a big old gulp right now.
You can't be enjoying every bit of it. It's an acquired taste.
Love every bit of it.
Must be quite a bit of protein in it.
That kind of tastes like banana. I don't know why that one did.
Banana.
Balaclava. Anyways, okay.
Do you like Max?
No, Max is so shit. Max is so bad. I never realized how bad
Max is going to retire to an island where the girls love metal.
It's so dumb.
What the fuck?
And
you possibly be sexually active when you're a bit of a fucking box?
I kind of fuck with the teeth thing. I'm fine with that. That's kind of funny. But it's just dumb that he's just a robot and he's in like a scene and then he's this big villain. You know what I mean? Like,
I loved him, mate. I thought Max was so good.
And then Astrid comes along. She gets the teleport and she gets in the forklift. She yeets under
I think it's
Max.
so dumb, the death.
I don't think it's too bad. I like how the doctors put...
It's just a bit cheesy.
It is a bit, but what I liked was the comparison.
Max's face, he's like...
Yeah, no, that's the thing. They shouldn't have cut to his face because his face is like... Oh! And it's so obvious as well that the metal and the wires that go to his neck are like costume, like that's covering his shoulders and shit.
Wait, it's not real?
Oh, well, sorry.
Bro.
You need to watch Doctor Who Confidential to find out.
Not watching on Blu-ray, unfortunately. I don't know you.
Fucking, what happens that? Yeah, no, I like it because of the comparison to Doomsday. Where, you know how the Doctor was like stuck on the wall and he didn't have any choice to, he couldn't
was stuck
save
by
her.
the host.
He's stuck by the host and he's literally just stood there.
Surely he
like,
could have broken free. Did you not think that?
I don't know, I didn't think so. The robots, they got a pretty firm grip. Regardless.
I suppose.
And then we have for the 4th time, a fall. And she somehow gets out of the forklift and falls, and it's like really shit, like stock image of the forklift falling behind her and shit.
I hate the...
That's a bad shot.
I hate when... before that, was it you or Dan who told me there's a scene in Voyage of the Damned, I never forget it now, where like the doctors walk... Yeah, we'll get to that. Was it Dan or Aiden told me that?
Dan told me that. Whether or not I've told you that or you heard it from Dan.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, then you get all these cool slow motion scenes. It's not just the doc though. There's other shots as well that are in slow motion, and they all look good. They all look... Yeah, so we'll just talk about it now. There's a few slow motion shots, and they all obviously shot on a way more high def camera than the rest of it was because they wanted to get like a super slow mo look to it. And it's nice. It's tasty. It's got like grain to it, which I really adore. It looks really good. I always think that some episodes of Who would really benefit from a bit of grain. And that's good. Doctor slow-mo walking away from explosions. For me, this is when the episode, I was sort of like, okay, now this is what this episode is for. This is what it's been building for, and it's really good. Slow-mo doc. And then they get... Oh, that's kind of cool as well when he gets in the arms of the...
And they fly up.
They fly up. I remember watching this in the UK, like maybe 2 or 3... Maybe last time I watched this, like 3 years ago or whenever. And I remember my nana was sat with me and they start flying. He goes into her hands and the music's all like, and Nana goes, is this supposed to be him dying? Is this supposed to be him going to heaven? And I was like, I don't fucking know. Anyways, then they fly up and they bash through the roof. That was kind of cool, I guess.
For Alonso.
It was nice how they kind of got around the whole deadlock
Just
doors.
happened to be under the deck.
Peace.
That's all right.
That was great.
That's okay.
Anyways, they blast their way through.
Did you like the Queen scene?
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Doctor.
I love how he has the number to Buckingham Palace.
Just wait for the alternate version, mate.
I believe
Just wait for the alternate version. It's great.
Well, if you're going to say the Buckingham Palace blows up, that does happen in Turn Left.
It does, doesn't it?
Interesting.
But
I do kind of... Look, at first I was like, why the fuck does he have the number to Buckingham Palace? But I believe it.
Yeah, fuck it.
He's the Doctor.
Yeah, that's cool. The score is really great there.
Thank you, Doctor. And
Thank
I love
you,
how it like...
Thank you.
It doesn't look right, like, logistically, like... The whole of Titanic, like, goes behind Buckingham Palace.
Yeah.
And then just
And then it
shoots.
still comes
I'm like,
up.
how did it possibly...
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, have you seen Buckingham Palace in person? It's pretty fucking big.
Yeah.
Somehow it goes under it and cuts back up. I'm like, all right, fair enough.
Yeah, they come up and there's a few nice scenes. Oh, they bring Astrid back for a bit, and she's
I
like
hate that scene.
falling. It was
falling.
okay, but it was a. I like how I wish I knew his name because he got some good scenes. The actor for the old man, really great actor. I love when he's like, "She's gone, doctor. She's gone. You can't do anything about it, doctor." No.
Yeah,
I thought that was good. Yeah, I just think it played out.
I like
a
how he
little
says
weird.
it's pretty dark. It's like of all the people who live, you wouldn't have picked him.
Yeah,
Interesting scene.
and he just didn't say anything. He just
and
lets
then
it
he's
play
like,
out.
but then if you could pick who lives or dies, you'd be man
Yeah.
or God. I'm like, Waters of
Waters of
Mars. Did you get that?
Yeah. Well, which that's the point of it. You know.
Well done,
To be
man.
honest, I guess that's the arc. That's
I thought, damn it, I was going to come in here and be like, and I picked up on this. You got it as well. Shit.
yeah.
Look at you.
So I guess that is where the arc is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Sure.
Sure. Anyways, then they go down to Earth, teleport down to the TARDIS, which
It's
is
not
very
snow
nice.
again.
It's not snow. What does he say is this time?
It's the ash of the ship again.
Yeah,
That's it.
okay.
Just like the cigarettes. And,
Gotcha.
And legit every time it's a fucking that works apparently.
Yeah. Okay.
Just falling through the atmosphere. Does that mean it snows in Australia too?
Yes.
Peace. It does snow in
Peace.
WA in some places, so we could have got it.
Bluff Knoll, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and that scene at the end is really sweet. I really adore that scene. I just can't watch that scene without thinking of that fucking meme that I can't find. It's hilarious.
$1 million, man. Imagine having that.
Yeah. That's great. Do you have any
could-
more notes in the episode? Because I got a few things that I wrote down. Just a bit more scattered. I love going. It took us an hour to get through the whole episode. Then it took us almost as long as the episode is.
Yeah, Christmas special is what it is.
It's a bit of fun. Good laugh.
Oh, who's that? I do like how I like the Doctor's costume changes.
Yeah.
And I do love how he is, not wearing his normal costume. I love that kind of shit.
Yeah, he says it's like a bad luck charm, doesn't he?
Yeah, I guess it is really. I mean, I really liked it when Jodie did it in Skyfall.
That's sick.
I wish she had that costume. I don't really like her main one. I love that one she wore in Skyfall,
Yeah,
but that's
good.
just me. Any other notes? Not really. Other than the fact that I find it again really interesting. Again, this is just for me personally. I guess you don't really necessarily agree with me. That's fine. But for me, I felt like this was the first episode when I was like maybe getting a little bit older and starting to not necessarily not enjoy it as much, but I was a bit out of that kid phase.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think that this was the first episode where I was like, didn't really enjoy that as much. And I think from there onwards, especially with season 4, considering how good season 4 is, for me, I always have this weird like purgatory stage of Doctor Who where I was like, I like it, probably not as much as I did before. I think it could have been better, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I also just think the controversy is pretty interesting.
It is interesting.
Especially since I was in the UK when it was happening.
Yeah.
Is it even in the paper? I don't even know that, but it was in the paper.
Big deal, then. Big deal, Russell.
Yeah.
Something that we forgot to mention. I have a note here that says new theme. Who dis? It's got the season 4 theme at the start of the episode.
That's the best one in my opinion.
It's
How did I
amazing.
not notice that?
My favorite one is 7B. I don't know why. I think people either love it or hate that one. I just think it looks awesome. 7B.
Fair enough.
But
Yeah, that
season
really
4 is my second favorite.
That really is the goat of the OG theme.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
feels so much more like an orchestra, and you're like,
Yeah.
yeah. How did I not? When I rewatched it this year, like halfway through the year, I really noticed that theme. I was like, fuck, that slaps.
Yeah.
That's really the best
Slaps
version
hard.
of the OG theme. Yeah.
Keen to hear it every week.
Oh yes.
I
I never skip it. Do you?
No, you can't. You can't skip Who.
I never skip it.
I can bet. I don't often skip theme tunes, to be honest.
Yeah, me, but I never do. either.
Even Crown. Do you watch Crown?
No, my parents do. Apparently, it's really good.
I love it.
I know Matt's in it. Obviously,
got a
for
very-
2 seasons.
Very slow theme, but it's like Hans
It's like
Zimmer.
all the Netflix shows. They use all the Daredevils and all. I used to have a really slow.
Yeah, very similar style to that. But Nick likes to skip it every time, and we like the moment the theme starts, we like both like scram for the remote so that she can skip it, and I'm like,
Keep it
no,
on.
no.
Yeah, I get it. It's. I think we're a rare breed where we're like respect to the cast and the
Yeah, for me, it's
producers
just
and
it's part of the
actors,
show.
and it's part of the show. Yeah, I agree.
It's like with BoJack in particular. It's
Oh.
like it really is part of the show. You
Yeah.
know, and I love that.
Yep, I totally agree. There shouldn't be a skip intro button.
Like I said, great. I do think there is great character work, but they're just half the characters are quite stereotypical. Story is unoriginal, really great performances throughout. I love Maury's score as usual. The Voyage of the Damned suite on the season 4 soundtrack is great. I made a mistake, right? When we were coming up to season 3, I started listening to the season 3 soundtrack, and I listened to like the whole thing heaps.
Yep.
So when I was watching the episodes, it was very rare that I would be like, oh, that's some good score fitting that moment. Whereas in season 1 and 2, that was happening a lot. Even though I know the score really well, I hadn't listened to it or watched an episode in yonks. But because I'd listened to the season 3 soundtrack so much whilst watching, like just before watching season 3, that when watching it, the score never really... It was rare for me to be like, that's a good bit of score. So with season 4, I've been like, nah, not fucking touching it. Not touching the
not
score.
even
So I
Unit
can go
Rocks.
into it. No. But I had been listening to the Voyage of the Damned suite just because I love it.
Yeah.
It is great. It's a great little suite.
Brilliant, man.
Yeah, the hosts were also a bit unoriginal. Like I said, love the Earth fact. It's a very dark episode. Max is a very silly, quite shit villain. Wilf, my boy, is another note. I love the ending. I love that Dr. Poop meme, which I still can't find. And then we have the tragedy at the end of Rip Verity Lambert. At the end, she died on the 22nd of
Who
November.
is that?
She was the female producer in Adventure in Space and Time, like that started it with Sydney and Verity.
Oh, of course.
Like
yeah.
David mentions her in
Right.
in Family of Blood.
Right.
Yeah, original producer of the show.
Oh, she died. Right.
She died 22nd November 2007.
I always wondered.
A day before its 44th
Shit.
anniversary, I think. 44th, 46th?
What did you
44th, I think.
Did you enjoy the coming soon trailer?
It's sick.
It is cool.
It is so like just
That's
nostalgia,
cool.
you know.
You know what I always love is that like I always wish you could see like a coming soon trailer for like, it's gonna sound so dumb, but every time I see a coming soon trailer near the end of the year, I'm always like, imagine if like January 1st started with like a coming soon trailer for your year, and you got to see brief clips of what you're gonna get up to
with like Mario's theme, like
literally, and you're like, what is that gonna be like? And you're gonna see yourself
great success. We've got huge views on the podcast. Oh my god, that's great.
When's that gonna happen?
Oh no,
luck.
We're being charged for.
Murray's finally gonna cap on us for singing his score every.
That's it. Yeah.
It's a good one though, isn't it?
Yeah.
The thrill is always in the chase, never the capture. That's a great line.
Bang bang.
Even though Gareth Roberts wrote it.
What a dickhead.
Villain of the show, folks.
That's right. We'll get you on here in the final ever episode, Gareth.
He can defend himself.
He can. We'll
won't
get
listen,
him
though.
some questions. It'll be cool to have like a guest on like that, where we can like grill him. It'll be cool to have a guest on that is like part of the show.
Aiden scared me. He said to me at your birthday, you were like, I think you should message him. I was like, me?
Not
Why
Gareth.
me? Not Gareth. But you're like, you should hit up Josh and stuff.
Yeah, my thing is to the listeners, I'd love to get some.
I'd be rejected.
Some YouTubers on the show. Have a chat
you're,
with them.
You're more of a fan of Ace, so you could probably talk to him.
No, but Ace is Ace and Josh are both very big, but Ace is the biggest. And I think Ace has a lot more like people just talking to him, and I think it's quite a lot.
But no one
for
does
him.
a show like us.
No one has a show like us. 18 followers on Twitter.
Well, that's
Get over to on Twitter because
not too bad.
at 50 Doctor. You know, more of you listen than go on Twitter. So get on Twitter.
It's a shame you're hitting them up with an account that's 18 people. Maybe if you do it for your personal. I've got like 80 or 79 on Twitter anyway. So I don't really have a lot of people on my personal anyway. So it doesn't look much better anyway.
Yeah.
But you know, Coldplay got signed by Paraphone when they just left college.
Wow.
They weren't big.
Yeah, but we're not making music. We're just talking about Doctor Who.
Yeah, but it's still art. Like, people who don't have a lot of followers.
Yeah.
They even set them up for like a gig at Glastonbury that year. Just because you have a lot of followers doesn't mean you can't be big.
Yeah, our plan is to talk to some YouTubers, and then maybe in the future we can get some maybe some not like huge cast members. I know we'd never be able to get like Matt.
Well,
or
Josh
Aaron
follows me, and he occasionally likes my tweets.
He follows the page,
but
as well.
And he follows the page. Yeah, bless him. I just don't want to be one of those guys who are like, oh, just because you follow me, that means you want to come on my show.
Yeah, of course.
And I value him as a follower, and it's nice that he does really like what I like, and I sometimes comment on his stuff. He kind of scared me the other day. You know, he put out a tweet saying that I wish I never started a Doctor Who YouTube channel with my name.
Oh, yeah. That's a bit creepy.
Here we are.
Nah, fuck it. Great success.
Do you want weirdos knocking on your door at night, Aiden?
Yes, please. I welcome them.
Okay, there you go. Aiden will give you milk and cookies.
I really wouldn't. Anyways, Connor.
I get to see Aiden, no one else.
That's right. I'm Connor's
He is,
own.
for once, right in front of me.
It's time for Australia's favourite segment, Connor.
I don't believe it.
Everybody brace yourself. It's time for Go for the Week!
You're going to see me do it live.
I made sure to just watch your lips as you did that.
I don't even know how I do it.
Experience.
Thank you, sir.
Alright, so go for the week. So, do you have any goofs this week, sir?
Yes.
on.
When the... to be fair, I actually kind of noticed it a bit this time, so I guess it kind of does make sense. But when... I think you're going to say the exact same as me. When the halo strikes people, it doesn't leave any marks on anyone or any cuts.
No, I don't have that, but I do have something to do with that later on.
Though I did notice for the first time ever that when the doctor was talking to the host in the kitchen just by himself, when he's got the pan in his hand, he does have a rip in his suit.
Okay, yeah.
Which is kind of like the mark of like a halo.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's a red line of the suit, but there's a bit of red.
Okay, interesting.
Though, did you notice it's quite interesting that when Alonso gets shot, there's quite a bit of blood.
Yeah, I did think that. Yeah.
Very rarely blood.
Yeah,
in Doctor
Alonso's
Who.
ending's very good, by the way, and just how he gets shot and like just fights through it. Awesome. He's a great character.
And eventually,
It's Captain Jack Harkness. So, was that it? Was that all the goofs you got?
yes.
I got 2.
Okay.
Fuck. Doesn't really help. One of them was the HD slow-mo shot that we already spoke about. But the other one I think was a really good catch. And it's asteroids shouldn't be on fire in space, right? Doesn't that shit just happen when they go into the ozone layer? Because that...
When they break the atmosphere.
Yeah. Why
true.
do they get on fire? They're just like flying and they get on fire.
I think, and don't quote me on this, but I think they weren't necessarily asteroids. I think that they were purposely sent out. Because how else would
No, they weren't. Because it was like... They were just asteroids there. And then they turn on like the magnet field, or they magnetize the hull to make them turn and hit the ship.
Yeah, but how would they know there's going to be asteroids?
I don't know, Connor. I don't know. Plot convenience.
Or how they could have been out like, hey, you promised that you'd die. Like, well, they're asteroids.
TARDIS Wiki has a few for us.
Could have just...
TARDIS Wiki
could have just made your own.
TARDIS has a few for us, okay?
Yeah.
When the Red 67 group go down to Earth, it was nighttime in London. Later, when we see the TARDIS locking onto Earth, you can see that the United Kingdom is still in daylight and about to turn to nighttime. There you go.
Jesus.
Some VFX supervisors getting fired for that one. When the Doctor is hit by one of the host's halos, David Tennant misses the cue to react, shouting in pain slightly off point from when being hit.
That is kind of noticeable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's a fun one. As the Titanic flies over Buckingham Palace, a white outline can be seen surrounding the lamps outside the palace in the lower right-hand corner. So it's like when they've tried to mask out the sky and put that
Right.
they've not done a good job, you know. Here's a fun. No, this is a dumb one actually. This is a dumb goof. I don't know how this shit goes wrong, by the way, but I also don't know how the fuck someone picked up on this.
Okay.
The Blu-ray version of the story uses the wrong font for Verity Lambert's memorial caption at the end of the episode.
The wrong font.
Yeah. So at broadcast, the font used was Futura. On the Blu-ray, Tahoma is used. A similar font error crept into the actor credits at the beginning of The Stolen Earth and Journey's End. What a silly little goof.
Who's out there?
Why did it change? What? I have no idea what happened there.
Right.
So bizarre.
So the font they were using like the credits and stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. The classic font.
The classic font. Anyways, so we move on to Australia's second favourite segment.
Let's do it.
It's very juicy this week. It's been a while since we've had a juicy one.
A juicy one. There was like no juice in season 3.
It's because the Shakespeare Code was such a huge juicy one that anything after that was just shit.
Right. Aiden's ready for the juice though.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have an extra juicy one
Bow, bow, bow.
for behind the scenes. We love it. So, So, like you said, composer Murray Gold and arranger Ben Foster both had cameos as members of the Titanic's band, along with the singer Yamit Momo. Yamit Mamo. Okay, here's a sad one, and we'll have a drink for it. David Tennant's mother died near the start of production of the episode, requiring the crew to shoot around him during his consequent absence.
That's awful shit.
That is very awful. But what I will say is, like, fuck, David must have just come back and just got it in there, because it doesn't show. His performance doesn't falter, and he's brilliant throughout.
I know his father died a few years ago as well.
That's a shame. Yeah. Fuck.
Shit.
That is really tragic.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Okay, on to something maybe a little more light in the middle a little bit.
Yep.
In the first draft of the episode, Davis had Buckingham Palace destroyed by the Titanic. The Doctor stops the ship from crashing, but not before it smashes through the palace.
Shit.
In this version, instead of wishing the Doctor a happy Christmas, the Queen is heard to curse the Doctor. Fuck you, Doctor!
Really?
Yeah.
What? Fuck you?
No, it doesn't say. It doesn't say
okay.
that. It just says curse. Curse you, Doctor.
So she lives,
Curse
though.
you. Yeah.
Few servants probably died.
Maybe, yeah. The same early draft also featured a hoped-for cameo by Prince Charles. David spared the palace as he felt it was too negative an ending for a holiday episode, and I would totally agree. They get away with it in turn left, but like even that is dark, but it's a dark episode, so it kind of works.
Yeah, he fucking kills everyone on the ship, but...
Yeah, true. Okay, so here we go. A bit of info. Let's see where this goes. I didn't read the full paragraph I've got here, but I know some more facts, so we'll see. We'll play by ear. Bernard Cribbin's character in this episode was originally called Stan, and was intended to be a one-off appearance. However, when Howard Atfield was forced to leave the show while filming season 4 due to the advancements of his cancer, of which he later died, it was decided that the newspaper vendor would be brought back as Donna's grandfather.
Right, that's why he said
Davis,
that.
feeling that the name Stan wasn't suitable for a recurring character, changed Bernard Cribbin's credit at the end of the episode to reflect the change. So
that's why he said that.
I don't know if I think I spoke to you recently. I don't know if it was on the show or in person.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
But I said I'd seen at some point an alternate version of scenes.
Yeah, it's on the Blu-ray. Yeah, he said with the scenes with the he was in.
He played the dad in.
Runaway Bride.
Runaway Bride.
Yeah.
So I went and I watched them yesterday when I watched this episode, and it starts with Russell gives a bit of a disclaimer at the start, and he's like, "Look, when we were starting season 4, we knew. Sorry, what was his name? Howard Atfield was very ill." And they spoke to him and they were like, we want to, we're bringing Donna back. We want to have this great family dynamic and we think it'd be really great if you came back for it. But, if you're not in the right condition for it, we totally understand.
Yeah.
But apparently him and his family were like, no, fucking let's do it. Let's go. Let's get it done.
Yeah.
And they shot the first episode and then obviously there's a few episodes before he comes back. And whilst they were doing those other episodes, it became quite clear.
So it was just only scenes shot for partner.
Yeah, he shot all his partners in crime scenes. But then it became clear during when they were filming, before they got to film any more of his episodes, that his cancer was advancing faster than they thought.
Shit, it's awful.
And so they just had a big group decision to recast and bring in Bernard, which is really sad. And I think he did end up dying before they wrapped season 4, I think. And I was watching those scenes and he does look really ill in those scenes.
I've never seen them.
Which is a shame.
I should watch them.
You should watch them. It is a nice performance. I hate to say it, I think Bernard brings something different, something that I maybe do prefer to the role. But it's still a really nice, maybe a more, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a bit more of a tame performance, whereas Bernard can get quite goofy. And it's just interesting. I wonder what the specials would have been like without Bernard, and if it was this bloke. So,
right,
yeah, interesting. Very, very sad bit about who there.
Shit. I mean, that's the thing I was going to ask you. Is that why you said that Donna's not really a part of it? Because I always thought that. Of course not though, now I'm thinking of it, but yeah, I'd always thought that he was cast.
Yeah, no, he hadn't. He was just there for a cameo.
Right, interesting.
Yeah. Okay, I got another one here. So,
damn, it is quite a depressing episode.
I did tell you there's a few, because there's obviously Verity.
Shit.
And And then there's the stuff about Howard Atfield, and then David's mother, which is just so tragic. Yeah, what a
shit.
Let's have another sip. Another sip for those we've lost. Wowie.
God bless.
So the role was written for Kylie, which is something that Russell was always very against doing. Like
Yeah, he said he only did it as well for Catherine.
Yeah. So he
I
only
read that
did
on
it.
tweet along.
He only did it because he really knew that Kylie was going to be keen for it.
It's interesting that she was keen for it.
And he just didn't want, he wouldn't usually write for someone because then it's hard if that person backs out and can't commit to it. It's then hard to recast because it's going to be very, very specific role. Anyways, in early drafts of the episode, Astrid did not die. Davies decided Astrid's death was necessary though to allow Minogue to focus on her musical career. What a bloke.
Jesus.
Davies described the original nature of her death, falling over a precipice? A precipice? She fell over something during a fight with Capricorn, and said it was a bit too fleeting. So he intensified the scene by changing Max from mobile to a cybernetic. So Max was never meant to be a cybernetic thing.
Thanks, Russell.
And Astrid's attack from an altercation to a forklift truck. Big difference. Davids felt the revived scene was such a beautiful image and romanticized Astrid's ultimate sacrifice. And that's all from me, folks. That's my 2 pages of notes. Bang, done and dusted. 1 hour and 17 minutes.
It really is interesting that she's in it again.
Yeah, very surprising, isn't it? Yeah.
That's what it is.
It is what it is.
Best thing true. I just reckon Russell's a huge fan.
No, maybe.
Really?
He might have been, but apparently...
Has she acted in anything else?
I don't... She had cancer, I think, just before this, and this was the first thing she'd acted in a few years.
Kylie?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. What is this fucking production?
Yeah, what
the hell? Are you serious? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was reading up on it. Unless it was, not Kylie. Maybe it was Danny. I don't know. I think it was Kylie. Let me fact check that so I don't depress everyone.
Yeah, there's Kylie and Danny, yeah.
So look, fact checking. We'll play the elevator music. Connor, bitch about me.
Aiden is an interesting bloke. Sometimes he gets his facts right, sometimes he doesn't. Mostly, he is probably... I don't know, is he right about this? He's about to find out, folks. I actually get to see Aiden fact checking in real time. It's a Christmas episode, so it was a bit depressing at the end. Hopefully this horrible news that Aiden has is not true. Not saying I want it to be her sister either. Hopefully he just mistaked at all her having cancer. I just don't recall her ever acting. So I mean, I remember thinking she is a singer, and that's it. My favourite Kylie Minogue song is Kids. I'll sing a bit for you. So come on, jump on board, feel right, yeah, 'cause the kids are alright. On board, feel the high, yeah, 'cause the kids are alright. That just reminds me of GTA 5, non-stop pop.
Yeah, true.
Because that literally is where it plays all the time. It's literally all I can remember it from. It is sad to hear that. This fucking so the guy I work with work with for now, sent me a screenshot just then saying, anyone got any recommendations for a podcast? There's a girl I kind of want to talk to. So what are the odds on setting up the Doctor Who podcast?
Do it.
Dude, you know it looks like it for saying I do this. And I love it. I don't care. I'll still do it. I'm not ashamed.
Fact check, yes. Kylie Minogue got diagnosed with breast cancer in 2005.
Awful.
Yeah, so she didn't act in anything or appear in anything for 2 years.
That's
But I think this was her first major acting thing, I believe.
And didn't do any music either?
I don't know. I don't know that one. Probably not, because she was fighting cancer.
Fucking hell.
But
This really is a curse.
She found out on a tour. Well, it's the Titanic. The fuck do you expect?
Fucking hell.
Yeah. What an episode.
It's like the episode that Josh Snares broke down where it was all like haunted. The one that was done in a cave.
That was cool.
That was interesting.
That was Attack of the Cybermans.
Was it?
I think so. No, that's the 6th Doctor one. It was Revenge of the Cybermen.
You know how much I love my classic era.
You do love it.
Do you want to open your present?
Sure.
It's not Doctor Who related.
Oh,
and I'll explain myself quickly.
I love it either way.
I'll explain myself quickly. I'm still getting the thing for Aiden that I mentioned in the last episode. I've had some complications that I've run into, but like I've said many times, I want to get myself the same thing. And I want to say something else. I also want to get someone else the same thing, but I won't. Again, I can't say anything because it will ruin it. Anyway, I felt bad because I was like, I've always said I'm going to get him that, and I will still get him in. Hopefully by January, February, I will be able to get him the present I originally want to get him. But I felt bad, so I went and got you a vinyl on Sunday with my good friend Mitchell. And I said to Mitchell, I was like, I don't really know what Aiden fucking listens to anymore. So I hope you don't have it. But
we will see.
And it's not Doctor Who related, obviously, because there's not a lot of Doctor Who vinyls floating about. But I hope you like it.
I have almost all of the Doctor Who vinyls. I got A Christmas Carol and
just not the 50th one.
Yeah, I just need the 50th
I got you Christmas Carol.
Did you actually?
No. If I found it, if I found that, I'd keep it.
Anyways, so
it's an essential vinyl in my opinion. I have the worst feeling you already have it. If you do, I still have the receipt.
Let's play festive music, everybody, and just hope.
Please don't have this vinyl.
So nicely rapped.
Thank you. I'm terrible at rapping, but this time I did good. Please don't have this vinyl.
I do. I'm so sorry, Connor. I do.
Got Abbey Road.
I do have Abbey Road.
No!
So
oh my god!
Have I ruined your night?
You do have it?
I do, but I appreciate it.
Fuck!
It's okay. Come have a hug.
I'm so sorry, man.
Don't be sorry. You don't know my vinyl collection. But it's a lovely gesture.
Like, now you're going to give it back to me. Thank you so much. Is it for me? Well, thank you.
Do I? I feel, yeah, I should.
I mean...
Because there's no...
That's okay. You know what I can do? I can return... Do I still have the receipt? I hope so. I can't remember. But, if not, I can keep it. I will replace it with something else.
You don't need to.
I do need to. I do need to.
You don't need to.
I do need to.
And you know what? I would have just taken it and not said anything unless...
I said to Mitchell, I was like, I don't know. I feel like he does have it, but no, he doesn't. No, he does. No, he doesn't. For fuck's sake. Honestly, everyone I've spoken to, I'm like, does he have it? I don't know. I'm like, fuck. That's okay.
I have 2 Beatles vinyls. I feel like I'm forgetting one. I got Sgt. Pepper's and I got that.
That's the other one I was going to get you.
Oh, and I've got Revolver. Which is my
Of course
favorite.
you have Abbey Road. That's like the most cliche Beatles vinyl. I don't know what I was thinking.
I was listening to it the other day, actually. I haven't listened to it in a couple of years and I listened to it like 2 days ago.
Shit. It's like I couldn't get any... They had this like shitty Bohemian Rhapsody
yeah.
vinyl and I was like, he doesn't want that. I was like, he doesn't want that. And I was like, I don't know what... Okay, that's alright. I'm pretty sure I have the receipt. Worst comes to worst, I can just have it.
Do you have it?
No, I don't.
Well, there you go. That's my Christmas present to you.
I might keep it. What I might do is just get you something else.
You don't need to.
What do you mean I don't need to?
You don't need to. You've already got this other thing coming, which you don't need to do anyways, but...
I do, yeah, but... No, but I felt really bad.
There's going to be a thing where every week... Season 4, our gag is you get me a new thing every week and I already have it. And
you won't have this thing I'm trying to get you, trust me.
Yeah, no, I know, yeah. I know.
That you won't have.
I'm keen.
It's such a shame. I really tried to sort it out. Everything got so overwhelming and fucking they were the worst at replying to me. I actually have the biggest beef with them right now. I'm probably not allowed back in store. Nah, that's not true. I will literally try and sort it out and I will get you another vinyl.
You don't need to.
Why not?
Because like I said, you've already got this other thing.
Yeah, but I felt really bad.
You don't need to, Chan.
I can sort something out.
Don't stress.
Now, if I don't get you something, it will go down in history on the podcast. I didn't. It's gonna make me sound like a cheap.
It's all
cunt.
on record.
It's gonna make me sound like a cheap cunt because I was like, oh well, he didn't get me something else.
Oh, that eggnog's gone down the wrong way.
That's the thing. Like, no disrespect. I don't miss the ballet because to me, mine doesn't matter if they're a good friend. But that the thing I do want to get you is like not necessarily the cheapest thing, but I was like, I don't care. Like, I want to get you that, and I also want to get because you're a good friend of mine, and like I never look at the price on it, but I just think you could utilize it really well, and I think you'll really like it.
Keen.
Unfortunately, I didn't get it when I wanted to, but yeah, it is what it is.
Jesus, what have I got in my throat? Hold on, let's just stand by.
Nog.
Oh man.
Aiden's got nog in his throat.
I've got a nog in my throat.
Was it the egg or the nog?
I don't know. What is eggnog made of?
Eggs.
And
nog. I think it's a mixture of like cinnamon and egg and custard and milk.
Just a bit of everything.
And then a bit of Bundaberg.
Connor, what is your rating for Voyage of the Damned?
What do you think?
Damn! Damn!
Damn!
Damn! Damn! Damn! Just fucking say it.
I'll probably give it a 7.5.
Hey, bang on, samesies.
Oh, fucking hell.
What? Sorry, do you not like it? I thought you liked it when we get the same ratings.
I do, but we went from... now people are going to definitely think we're fucking... Did we have the same one three times in a row? No, we didn't do Blink the same.
Let's have a look. Let's consult the list.
Because we're actually here with the list.
Well, I always have it on me, but...
I'm Aiden. I got a list on me.
So... Utopia we both gave a 9.
That's right.
Plus the Jumpstone and the Time Lords we both gave a 6.5. And
Which
then
is
we
Blink.
both gave it a 7.5.
Yeah, Blink was different.
Blink I did 9, you did 10. You rim. You blink rim.
Well, how can I not give it a 10?
Rim-a-ding ding de ding rim ding.
How can I not give it a rim-a-ding 10?
Don't try and copy me, Connor.
I already do, Aiden.
Oh fuck.
I'm sick of it already.
Oh.
Ring-a-ding ding,
Drink my
ring
eggnog.
dim bing. Bada bada bing. Yeah, it's not a great episode. It's alright.
Yeah, literally. It just doesn't bring anything new to the table. It's just like a fun disaster movie.
Yeah.
Works, but don't expect it to stand out, you know?
Probably better than the next Doctor.
Absolutely from memory.
Yeah.
I don't recall liking that episode that much. Doesn't the end of season 4 end with 2 sidemen like jumping up next to the Doctor or something?
No, that's a deleted scene.
Oh,
but
okay, yeah.
It was meant to.
Imagine.
I don't know why I deleted that. That would have been funny.
Yeah. There's still something corny about it though, isn't there? Like something silly.
No, I
It
think
just ends.
I think the corniness is that it happens to just be fucking raining when the Doctor leaves Donna's house.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
like,
Very
that's
sad
it.
boy.
I'm gone.
Go on. We'll get there. We'll get there because...
You know, my mum said to me today, she said, I
today?
don't know why, ABC iView, they randomly show episodes of Doctor Who, and they've been showing season 4 lately, and I walked in the other day and she was watching Science and Library, and I was like, plugging my ears and blocking my eyes.
Trying to avoid it.
Because I was like, I want to see this, and then she told me today at dinner, because we went out for dinner, and she was like, I watched, she doesn't know the episode name, she's like, I watched the episode where Rose comes back and says, she's like, I loved it, it was like when she tells Donna Bad Wolf, like, oh, you watch Turn Left, and then she's like, I'd love to watch the Dalek Final Year. I'm like, look, Mama, I'm sorry, but I can't. Like, I can't skip.
I
was like, I literally haven't even started season 4, episode 1 yet. I mean, I'm watching. I'm breaking the rules again because I am watching. I'm gonna watch Christmas Carol.
Yeah, I was close to
Christmas
breaking
Eve.
the rules.
Got to. It's a Christmas tradition for me. Before I even did this show.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because
I'm gonna break it and watch Resolution. I think, just because why the fuck not? I might watch Timeless Children as well. Fuck it.
God.
Yeah, you know what? I might just watch all of it. Just the whole show.
You can drag me kicking and screaming. I don't know if I'd do it.
That's a shame. But in the new year,
could
we'll
do
be
it.
back. So this is our last episode.
Hey,
of
does that mean our next episode is gonna be Resolution?
Revolution of the Daleks.
Sorry, Revolution of the Daleks.
That's crazy. Any final predictions? You got 30 seconds. Give me some predictions.
Um,
Ryan and Graham will leave. Same. Moving on.
The Doctor and Yaz have they start scissoring in the TARDIS.
That could happen. You never know. Revolution of the Daleks will be the next episode we review.
Well, do you notice quickly though? Do you notice that like all the Jack scenes seem to just be with Yaz? As if they're trying to like really push her onto being the next like main companion.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yep.
Revolution of the Daleks obviously comes out on New Year's Day. Connor and I will get to it as soon as we can. But for us in Australia, it comes out on the 2nd. Which,
that's right.
I mean, I'll watch it early in the morning or whenever as soon as I can.
I might be at work.
And then we'll record as soon as we can, and then get the episode out as soon as we can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hopefully I have it off, but I probably will be at work. So I'll have to watch it. I'll be off Twitter all day.
What a weird episode it's going to be. Because we won't have no goofs. We won't have no behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah, shit. That's a good point.
That is weird, isn't it? We'll have to redo it when all the goss comes out.
I thought, eventually when we get to it, we'll probably have to just at least retouch on it and see how we feel these years later.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, because the thing about this show is it's a rewatch. So we're going back and looking at episodes that we loved as a kid or didn't love as a kid with fresh eyes. So...
God, I'll be so I wonder what year it'll be when we hit that again.
Yeah, it'll be
Must
wild.
be 2.5 years in the future.
Yeah, something like that. That's what I'm like. I don't want to watch any Pete episodes, but I can't.
That would be a while away too.
That's like a year and a bit. It's actually not that bad if you think about it. Smith's era is 3 seasons, right? We've done 3 seasons of the show now.
In 6
and
months.
we're almost up to
To be
Smith
fair,
era.
we did do 2 episodes a week.
Yeah, only for like a month though. So
Still, we went through season.
and we might do that a bit here and there. So
yeah, you're gonna cry when we get to the end and we've got nothing to talk about.
no, we'll do Torchwood. I'm ready. Sarah Jane, class. Lest we forget, we'll do that one daily.
Some
We'll do
classics.
Class Daily. Classic.
God, what daily vlogs for Class?
Yeah. Today I watched Class.
Watched
And it was great.
the coach with the dragon tattoo.
This is the time that dies. What's it called? The girl that No Time to Die.
I just remember the coach with the dragon tattoo and co-owner of A Lonely Heart.
Then
Such shit names.
There's one that's like the Impossible Train Engine or something like that, I think.
They did a really great episode where they got contained in the classroom.
That was very good, wasn't it?
And the Rock made them speak their truths.
Yeah, that was
I
good.
fucking love that episode.
I think there was so much potential in that show. you know?
I reckon it shouldn't have got cancelled.
Yeah, I reckon you just.
A lot of people watched it, surely.
I fucked with it enough to like not try and forget it exists.
Yeah,
You know what
I
mean?
would have loved to have seen what they did with the Weeping Angels.
Yeah, that's so.
We say that like every
interesting.
week.
We do. But
Patrick Ness won't come back, thank God. So someone else take over.
yeah, he's out of that. It's not Patrick Ness, is it? Patrick Ness writes. Who?
Sorry, not Patrick Ness. It's Patrick Ness wrote
The big
No, that's,
smiley face in the sky. Rings of Akaton.
Oh,
No, that's Neil Cross, isn't it?
that's Neil Cross.
Maybe it is Patrick Ness.
I think it is Patrick
Yeah, it
Ness.
is.
And then,
My bad.
Who I was thinking was
Silly me.
Patrick Ness. Yeah. Yeah, that's it then. I guess that's the last one for the year.
That's the show. So yeah, early next year we'll hit you up with our Revolution of the Daleks review, and then after that, probably the following Monday after that, we'll be straight in with Partners of Crime and continue our way weekly through season 4, maybe with a few bonus episodes here and there, because I like to bust Connor's ass.
Ooh.
And because season 4's fun, and I kind of want to get through it relatively quick as well. It'll be
That
good fun.
final.
Ooh,
I can't
mama.
wait. I can't
Ooh,
wait.
mama.
That final's gonna go so hard.
Biggest episode of the show.
I have
Speaking
one final
of-
surprise for you. Oh, gone. Yeah.
I was going to say, speaking of which, an hour and 33 minutes long show. We're getting longer every week.
I've got a surprise for you.
Oh, God. I'm scared. What is it? Is it the ruler? You spoiled that for me.
Well, it is the ruler, but you've never seen what it looks like.
I haven't.
There you go.
The 50%. Connor's got a ruler and he's just written on it the 50% Doctor Who podcast.
It's the ruler I use. You can see it's really dented there. It's the ruler I use to.
Is that what you do it on the metal thing? On the,
Do you know
on the
that?
arm? I don't. Do you think I see what the fuck
Do you
you're
not
doing
know
on?
that? That's why it's all marked and stuff.
Jesus Christ! No wonder it's so loud. You're
That's
basically
my
hitting the
bang
mic
on.
with it.
Do you not know that?
This is gonna be weird.
You don't ever see me doing this.
I can't see it because I'm looking through your phone screen, which is like closer. But this is gonna be weird. We're singing this in person. I'm gonna lock eye contact this entire time.
Such a weird outro, but I love it.
It is. But
It's so
I'm gonna
good.
unblinkingly stare at you throughout. Okay?
Are you ready? You got nothing else to say?
I'm ready. I'm so
All
ready.
right.
Don't break the eye contact.
Alright, ready?
I'm ready. Look at me. Look
Alright,
at me.
ready? And a 1, and a 2, and a skiddly diddly do. It's Aiden's and Connor's podcast. They're doing Doctor Who reviews.
Doing
Doctor Who reviews.
This is so awkward. Have a merry. Okay, have a merry Christmas, everybody, and a happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.
You're gonna have a weekend a bit without us, which is the first time that's ever happened. So
not really. Goodbye, happy New Year,
Goodbye.
Christmas. We love you. Bye.
see you next time. See you season 4.
Love you guys.
No, see you Revolution.